This is the Therabody Sleep Mask, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about what comes with this sleep mask out of the box. I'll cover some of the features and specifications of it, and then I'll provide my overall thoughts after sleeping with it for a few nights. So the first thing you see, obviously in my hand here, is the mask itself. So it does have a navy colorway. You've got the Therabody branding on the bottom corner, which is just screen printed on. And then you have an elastic strap that goes around the back side of it. You've got the sleep mask branding here, and this is padded on the two sides, and then the very back is just an elastic strap with some rubber grips to make sure it doesn't slip when you're wearing it. This is an adjustable strap, so it's really easy to adjust the tightness on it. I would compare it to basically a pair of ski goggles or snowboarding goggles and just how that strap adjusts. And then you have one other little bit of branding here on the back clip. The mask itself is a nice soft fabric with some padding around your eyes. So it's sort of indented in here where your eyes would go. And then on the top part, you have a multi-function button, which is a power button and a speed adjustment button, as well as a USB-C charging port. It is a battery-powered device. This comes inside of the travel pouch, which is actually the first thing you see when you open the box. You see you've got the Therabody branding logo on the front that is screen printed on. The pouch itself is sort of like a velvety feel, and then you have just a zipper on the back, and the zipper also has the Therabody branding. Inside the pouch is a small little compartment which does house the USB-C to USB-C charging cord. This cord just plugs into the top of the device here. Really easy to charge it, but you do need to have a block if you don't have a USB-C to USB-C port. So that's the three main components of what comes with the device. You also do get a card that recommends you wash this device before using it. Now, I would definitely recommend doing this because mine smelled quite funny when I opened it. But one key note to make with that is that you actually only should be washing the part that's up against your eyes. So this does attach from the mask itself. You don't want to wash the blue part where the straps are because that's where the vibrational motor is inside of it. So this blue part here is not waterproof, should not be going in the wash, but the part that goes up against your eyes easily detaches. It's not a true Velcro or anything, but it does easily detach and reattach comfortably and stays on nice and easy there. So definitely want to take this off and wash it before that first use. Even though I did wash mine, there is still a little bit of a funny smell on the blue part, but washing it really got rid of most of that smell where it was actually comfortable to wear. And they do recommend that you wash it in cold water and then just let it air dry. Once you get that out of the way, they do also have an instruction manual, which honestly might be one of the biggest instruction manuals I've seen for a Therabody product, which is really funny considering how much their massage guns are capable of doing. This is a really, really thick instruction manual. It's only that way because it comes in a lot of different languages, but definitely want to just glance through this when you first open it. It just talks about the mask itself, talks about some of the different functions of it, but we'll dive into everything that's included in this throughout this video. So in terms of the size of this mask, it is about 10 inches long by 4 inches high. Really, really comfortably fits on your face. It's a really, really light mask, so it weighs 2.3 ounces or 66 grams. Before I really talk about what this is capable of doing, I think it's important to talk about some of the things that they claim this can do, and then I will dive into some of the features of this. So Therabody does share some benefits that could be potential of this mask. Similar to some of the other benefits they promote on their website, it is a pretty small sample size, so they surveyed 91 people that tested this for 2 weeks. Of those 91 people, 32% of them perceived that they tossed and turned less, 20% had a perceived increase in sleep satisfaction, and 18 had a perceived increase in staying asleep throughout the night. So I say perceived because it was a perceptual study. There was no way, from what I can gather, that they actually measured any of this. They just asked the people's opinions after using it for 2 weeks, so they perceived that they were sleeping better from wearing this mask. The one thing they don't really compare it against is whether this mask compared to a regular sleep mask, it was perceived using this versus not using a mask. So I just wanted to talk about some of those perceived benefits from using this. Now, certainly I do think there are some benefits to a sleep mask in general, and there are some PubMed published articles that they do also reference on the website that relate strictly to just wearing a sleep mask, as well as how vibration can affect your sleep. And those studies say that low-level vibration can actually improve the depth of slow-wave sleep, and that blackout can actually help with your circadian rhythm and with boosting melatonin. So certainly some benefits of a sleep mask. Obviously, this does have some vibration capabilities to it. I'll talk about that a little bit. So just wanted to highlight some of those maybe marketing type fudge the numbers that they are advertising on that. Don't 100% expect that you're going to have that same result just because it says that's possible on the website. So just something interesting that I noted there that I've started to see a little bit more since Therabody started promoting. They're going to really start doing a lot of research in the science side of thing. I think they're just starting to get into that. And 91 subjects, I don't know whether that's a large enough sample size to truly justify some of these results, but it is what it is. So in terms of what this is capable of doing and what it actually does, it is a 100% blackout mask. You can put this on with really, really bright lights and you cannot see anything. I can 100% verify. It does an absolute fantastic job at blocking out the light. It also has some vibrational components. So there are 3 different vibration patterns that you can choose from, and each of those patterns has a low level and high level option. So really 6 different options to choose from in terms of the vibration itself, and that's really all it's capable of doing. So when it comes to the vibrations itself, you're gonna have a pulse, a wave, and a constant option. In order to turn that on, you just press and hold this button on the top and it's gonna automatically come on to that first setting. The pulse is gonna be sort of like a heartbeat. It goes sort of like a accelerated step up, like a boom, 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 like really like pretty much at that pace. And it's a low level or a high level. So it's either just a softer vibration or a more aggressive vibration. The next option is a wave vibration. So if you cycle this by quick pressing, it's just a longer ramp up from a slow vibration to a fast vibration. And they recommend that you can sort of breathe along with this one. So as it ramps up, you can inhale and exhale. And again, there's a low level vibration and a high level vibration with this. And then lastly is just a constant vibration. So it's just gonna constantly vibrate at a low hum. They consider this to be sort of the physical feel of white noise versus just hearing it. You can sort of just feel that constant hum of the vibration on your face. And again, just to cycle through these, you just quick press them all. You would see there's a green light on this. That's the battery life indicator. So this does have a 4-hour battery life on it, and the light is going to indicate what level that charge is at on it. So green is going to be high, blue is going to be medium, and then orange is going to be low level, which means it needs to be recharged. In order to turn the device off, you just long press this button here. It does also have a travel lock on it. So if you're going to be putting this in a carry-on or a suitcase or a backpack and traveling with it, you can actually put the travel lock on it, and that just prevents the button from getting bumped, so it's vibrating in your suitcase. In order to get that travel lock on, you just quick press the button 3 times, and you'll see it'll flash a light there indicating that it is locked. It'll have that white light just pulsating to let you know it's locked. In order to get out of the travel lock, you just do it again, and it should vibrate and unlock and flash green. That's how you know it's out of that lock mode. So I'll go ahead and just show myself wearing this just so you can see what it looks like. But I have very bright studio lights shining on me right now. I cannot see a single thing with them. When I actually turn the vibrations on, you're gonna feel a lot of it just up in this top part, which is where the motor actually is. Now with the vibrations, you do feel a little bit of them on the sides here. Again, depends if you're on the gentle or high setting. Certainly more present when it is on that high setting. But again, it's not a super powerful vibration that you're feeling. And obviously you want to make sure you have it adjusted so it's a nice firm grip on your face so you can actually feel those. But I'm feeling the vibration a little bit in my nose here, and a little bit on my forehead, and a little bit on the sides here. But it's not a very powerful vibration. It actually almost seems like it's louder than I'm actually feeling it, if that makes sense. It's like I can hear it, but I can't necessarily feel it as much. So I don't know exactly how to take that, but it's something that I noticed when I've been sleeping with the last 2 nights, is that I think almost more of the sound of it is what helped me fall asleep more so than the vibrations that I'm feeling. For me personally, I like the wave one. That's the option that I found that was just really the most soothing for me. I tried to breathe along with it. So I did find that beneficial from just sort of a breathwork standpoint, but overall it's just not super powerful. So if you're expecting a really strong vibration from this, just a forewarning, you're not going to feel that. The price of it is $99. It does come with a 1-year warranty, but that's pretty much it. Obviously, it's just a sleep mask, so there's not a ton to really say about it other than the vibrating components of it. To provide some overall thoughts on it, definitely was weirded out by the smell of it when I first opened it, so I get why they recommend that you wash it, but it just seemed like an odd thing that they included, like you must wash this kind of thing. I think it's just a funny smell, and they don't want sort of people complaining about that, so they can say, hey, we warned you, you should wash it first. So that was just a little odd to me. I think it is a really great option for a portable sleep mask. Now, the battery on it is only 240 minutes, so it's not going to stay on the entire night no matter how long you're sleeping. It's really just going to have that 4-hour battery life, which is really a knock on it, I think, because you do have to constantly charge it. You have to charge it almost every single day because of that. I think it's a much better travel portable mask because you're not going to be wearing it for 8 hours at a time. If you're going to wear it on a plane, it's certainly going to block out the light. For me, the vibration of it is really, really weak, and because of that, I definitely can't say that the $99 price tag is worth it. I think for what it is as a sleep mask, it is great. I would never pay $99 for this again. Personally, I think the vibration on it, I don't know, it's not that great at all. So I wish it was stronger. I think they could make it stronger if there was a little bit different padding here on the eyes that would actually absorb those vibrations a little bit more. But I think because this sleep mask is so soft, it eats up some of that vibration that doesn't actually make its way to your face. Now, one thing that I didn't mention is they do also have the Therabody app. And in that Therabody app, there's a bunch of different sounds that you can listen to that sort of coordinate along with what you'd be listening to. Now, they don't pair up, so it doesn't vibrate to the music or anything like that. But if you wanted to have a guided meditation or just some calming music that are designed for different things just based on the rhythm and sounds of it, those are really cool because I actually enjoyed listening to a lot of those while I was wearing this trying to fall asleep. But you don't need to buy the sleep mask in order to get access to that app. So if you're looking for that, you can actually just download the app and go and use those. And that's actually something that I really like about their actual massaging mask as well, as sort of that sound functionality with it. So I did forget to mention that, but for me, for the price, again, I've never actually reviewed any other sleep masks, so I do know that there's other sleep masks out there that look very, very similar to this. I also know that a lot of them are also very, very highly priced that have similar functionality. So I don't really have much to compare it against from that standpoint. But I think for me personally, just as a sleep mask, it just doesn't really fit the build. I'll actually say that it didn't stay on for me both nights. I think that was probably just a personal thing for me. I tend to sleep on my side and stomach a little bit more. And at some point in the night, I did end up just taking it off both times. But when I was wearing it, definitely blacked out all the light, definitely was comfortable while I was wearing it. But for me, just the vibrational side, it's hard for me to say whether or not it helped me fall asleep. Again, I think it was more the noise than it was the actual vibration. So again, personal opinion, but that's the purpose of this review, is for me to share that with you. So that was my experience. So take that for what it's worth. But that is just a very quick overview of the Therabody Sleep Mask. If you guys have questions about this or have other questions about my experience wearing it, go ahead, drop it in the comments down below. If you want to see other reviews like this, go ahead, check out my channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You'll get notified anytime I have new videos like this. Otherwise, that is the Therabody Sleep Mask. That's a review. Enjoy your recovery.